Welcome into Duval Daily, presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan Lugo. Thanks so much for tuning in here on Thursday, May 11th. It is schedule release day. We've been talking about the schedule all week. It's been dominating the news cycle. You know the Jaguars will have 2 games in London, one at home against the Falcons in week 4, and then in week 5 on the road, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against the Buffalo Bills. If you want more information on that, go back and check out the schedule preview video. Check out the London videos we've had. But right now, we have to get ready for Rookie Minicamp. It's tomorrow. It starts Friday. It runs through the weekend, both Friday and Saturday. They'll have practices down at TIAA Bank Field. I'm excited for it. We'll get to hear from Doug Peterson and assistant GM Ethan Waugh before practice on Friday. So that'll be really good to hear from those two. Again, Friday and Saturday practices. What are we looking forward to here, right? You know, it's rookie minicamp. It's not something that's really, it's not like a training camp practice. It's not full contact, anything like that. It's just the first opportunity for these rookies to get on the field, to get coached by the Jaguars coaching staff, and for us to see kind of how they look athletically. Again, I can't wait to see just that athleticism, because that's about all you do see out there. It's much easier to spot guys really in these settings that stand out for the wrong reasons than the right ones, because most of these guys are going to look good in shorts. They're NFL athletes. They are professionals, right? So unfortunately, a lot of what you can take away from this sometimes is really more about the bad than the good, but I'll be looking forward to just the presence of some of the Jaguars draft picks, some of the UDFAs, especially Anton Harrison, who is slated to start at right tackle for the Jaguars with Cam Robinson on suspension. You have Walker Little expected to kick over to left tackle, Anton Harrison play right tackle. We'll see how that all plays out, but definitely want to see the first round pick, Anton Harrison. He's big, strong, athletic. I want to see what he looks like out there. Brenton Strange, Tank Bigsby, the Jaguars' 2 day 2 picks from the 2023 NFL draft. I'm excited to see them. They're both really athletic, both impressive specimens, but they're both very physical as well. And this is not contact work, you know, out there in rookie minicamp. But I just wonder what the over-under should be on one of those guys putting someone on their ass, because I would not be surprised to see it happen. Just getting a little excited, moving a little too quickly. Both of those guys ran through people, ran over people, put people in the dirt quite often during their college days. I kind of wonder what that's going to look like here at rookie minicamp. What does Yashir Abdullah look like in person from a stature standpoint? This is an edge rusher who probably do some off-ball work as well, but an edge rusher who's only 6 foot and about 240 pounds. You look at him, he does not have great size, but decent proportional length, so I think you can feel pretty good about his projection. Obviously, looking at his college tape, incredible speed, explosiveness off the line, very, very productive edge rusher at Louisville. Excited to see what he looks like out there. Does Antonio Johnson flash, right? Texas A&M safety who played aligned primarily at nickel for them, but didn't really perform typical nickel duties, really more of underneath routes and flat stuff. He's got length, he's got range. Many believed he should be a day 2 pick. The Jags got him in the 5th round. Does he stand out? I think you want to see that. Does he stand out from an athleticism and length and size standpoint? I really do want to see Antonio Johnson out there. I'm sure Parker Washington will impress, the wide receiver out of Penn State. Unbelievable hands, solid route runner, really kind of twitchy athlete at the position. Doesn't have the greatest long speed, but he's explosive, he's strong, he's 5'10", over 200 pounds, so really good mass on his body. Great pass catcher, so I'm sure he will come in and look the part for the Jaguars during rookie minicamp. Really want to see the movement skills of both Eric Hallett and Christian Braswell, Jaguars' late picks, who are probably going to compete on the back end of the roster for potentially maybe nickel. Maybe they could even compete to take some nickel reps during the regular season as things progress. We'll see how they look out there. Can't wait to see that. Obviously, you're hoping that you can get more out of Christian Braswell and Eric Hallett in year 1 than you did from Buster Brown and Gregory Jr., because Jr. couldn't get on the field, had a tough time even getting on the game day roster, and then when Buster Brown was on the field, was not the prettiest results for the Jaguars last year. So hopefully you can get more out of these late round secondary picks, right? But yeah, you're hoping none of the draft picks look out of place, because that's when red flags can start to go up. That's when you can start to say, uh-oh, maybe this is a guy that's not going to make it here, unfortunately. You're hoping to not see that, right? You do get to see Cooper Hodges, local kid. He's going to play guard for the Jaguars. He's a late-round pick. Will he come in and look the part? Played a ton of games at right tackle for Appalachian State. You've also got Derek Parrish. Really excited to see him out there. All-world athlete who played like edge and linebacker at Houston and was damn productive doing it. Just didn't really have the size to project to be able to do that at the next level or the length. He's coming in as a fullback. What does he look like out there? Unbelievable athlete, really good, muscle mass, speed, explosiveness, all that stuff for Derek Parrish. But he's switching positions, and you have seen Trent Baalke do this before with Bruce Miller, who played defense in college and came in, and he was a impressive fullback in the league before he got into some legal trouble. So we'll see how it works out with Derek Parrish. I definitely think he's got the right mindset and attitude to come in and push for a roster spot. Could he potentially allow the Jaguars to do more offensively? They did not have a fullback last year. Could he be a guy that moves around and is able to do some different things for you, and potentially just a space blocker along with Brenton Strange? Maybe you could get some fun things going on there. Elijah Cooks, this is now starting to get into the undrafted free agent territory of this conversation. I think he's fascinating. 6'4", 215-pound receiver, undrafted free agent out of San Jose State by way of Nevada. Started his career over at Nevada, finished it up at San Jose State. He caught 10 touchdown passes, had over 1,000 receiving yards last year, does not drop the ball a lot, caught more than 50% of his career contested targets, which you like to see. He could be a lot of fun. He aligned outside and in the slot with success at San Jose State. Not super quick or sudden as an athlete, but doesn't really need to be when you're 6'4" and 215 pounds. So we'll see how that plays out. He's got size at the position. The Jaguars currently on their roster do not have a lot of size at the position. Their biggest receiver is Zay Jones, who's about 6'2", a little over 200 pounds. Doesn't really play like a big receiver. So I think Elijah Cooks, you saw him winning on 9 balls consistently at San Jose State. You saw him when he lined up in the slot. He was able to get inside leverage on a lot of the nickel defenders and wall them off, use his size. He's got 4.49, 4.51 type speed at that size. Really nothing to sneeze at. Again, 6'4", 215 with that type of speed. I think you've got a developmental possession type guy who can also maybe be a deep ball winner for you. Excited to see what he looks like out there. Does he look the part? You've also got Jaray Jenkins, another wide receiver, undrafted free agent. He's out of LSU. I think he's really interesting. He can definitely play. Not the fastest, but he does have good size, 6'2", over 200 pounds. Scored a lot at LSU, and he really improved his hands during his final season, catching over 50% of his contested targets and not really letting any of the easy ones hit the ground for the most part. So excited to see what he looks like out of LSU. Leonard Taylor, a really big 6'5", 260-pound tight end out of Cincinnati. Very strong blocker at Cincinnati, but he also did some things in the receiving game. He's definitely not a burner by any stretch, not an elite athlete, but someone who maybe can provide some balance. A wide tight end who can maybe catch passes for you as well. Maybe he could compete for the back of the roster at tight end. We'll see how that plays out. But something to remember, no question about it. Anyone trying to make the roster on the back end, they've got to excel on special teams. They've got to be willing and able to get the job done for the Jaguars on special teams if you're going to make the roster as a depth player. The biggest thing you want to avoid here is the I word, and you obviously don't want to see any of the draft picks kind of, again, as I said, look out of place. That's the last thing you want to see in a rookie minicamp. I cannot wait to check it out. I'll be out there tomorrow on Friday. Got plans with the family and friends for the birthday Saturday, so won't be out there on Saturday, but I will be there Friday. I will provide a little recap, update on what I saw. Again, I wouldn't expect to have any major sweeping takes from this weekend, but you want to avoid the I word. You want to avoid any of the rookies kind of looking out of place, the rookie draft picks looking out of place. We'll see how they all look this weekend. I'll be back with a post Rookie Minicamp report for you guys. Can't wait to attend tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can let me know on Twitter @JordanDeLugo what you're looking for out of this rookie minicamp, what you want to see. And let me know if you're got your eyes on someone specific. I can make sure to keep an eye on them for you. Just let me know on Twitter at Jordan DeLugo. You can also follow Generation Jaguar at Generation Jag. Hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. Drop a comment in the comment section. And if you're listening on your podcast platform of choice, please subscribe and review. Y'all have a good one, Duval.